Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes had one of their best weekends in 2023 until Hamilton's car was disqualified. His Mercedes and Charles Leclerc's Ferrari were the two cars disqualified, but only 4 cars were tested in total after the race. Hamilton feels that all this has tainted the US Grand Prix, as he has now explained to Sky F1. I'm your host, Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, F1 tainted by US Grand Prix disqualification, suggests Hamilton. Hamilton started off by highlighting the limited testing of cars post-race. They only tested a few cars, and 50% of them got disqualified. There were far more drivers' cars that were illegal. He then specifically spoke about the skid plate. The skid is not a performance element. Of course, if you have a flat surface, everyone is going to be pushing their car to be as low as possible. He then suggested that they need to change. Some cars handle the bumps better than others, and we know we've had a very stiff and bumpy car for the last 2 years. But ultimately, it failed the regulation and that needs to change. He signed off by explaining why. The sport had such an amazing weekend. It was such a great turnout and such a great race. Every time we take steps forward in the sport, something like that really taints it. Fast feed. For Ferrari Charles Leclerc, the DQ was a complete surprise. Because on Friday when we changed the car, there was 0 wear. So it's not like we were touching anywhere. Rules are rules, and they need to be respected, so it's not an excuse to say that on Friday we were fine. We need to look into it and try and better anticipate what is going to be the wear. Haas driver Nico Hülkenberg stated, "I might have been illegal myself, you never know." Obviously, these cars are very sensitive to the ride height. The lower you get, the more downforce you get. That's the constant fight we have, and we need to find the right balance. McLaren's Lando Norris, meanwhile, would have loved if they checked more cars. They should have checked the whole grid. Red Bull's Sergio Perez clarified that whatever happens on track should always stay there. That's the best message we as a country want to give to the rest of the world. There is nothing else going on. Teammate Max Verstappen thinks that it's always good to support your favourite driver, but to have respect for others. In particular, places while being on the podium when the national anthem is being sung or played. It's quite disrespectful when you start chanting through these moments. Should the FIA check all cars post-race for regulations compliance? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.